Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya and I want to invite each and every one of you back to our Teacup family, and I hope and pray that you are enjoying your weekend and weekend break and really doing something that is bringing you a great deal of joy and rest. Of course, coming back to your video, you have angel messages today and also from your spirit guides, because that's something I've not done in a very long time. So these are like messages combined from both beautiful spirits. And you have three piles as usual in front of you. I will give you some time when it comes to selecting your favorite pile, and then we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've picked pile 1, these are the messages that you need to receive from your angels and your spirit guides. Now, first of all, let me tell you, pile 1, you guys, the angels are telling me, are very talented. You people with multiple skill sets and a very, very sharp mind. And the angels are telling you that you need to utilize that mind in an effective way, because throughout the day you get multiple ideas, but somehow in the flow of the day, the ideas get misplaced. So for that purpose, the angels are telling you to maintain some kind of a journal, to pen down your thoughts basically. Okay, so also for all of my friends out there who are like so much into writing or into literary activities like composing a poem, writing a book, if that is something that you intend to do in this lifetime, it is time to start jotting those down too. Yeah, your journal can actually become a book in the long term, is also something the angels are telling me. Yeah, so maintaining a journal, a spiritual journal along with a daily journal is also very important for you. It's like the rest of your life requires to be tracked down. That's the message the angels are giving out. Along with that, the angels are telling you at this point of time, don't try to dictate anything. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. I really want to go in that direction. Like, allow things to come to you. In allowing and saying yes to the things in front of you, you will actually realize that you're getting better results. Okay, so at the same time, there has to be like an acceptance of what is in your life. See, when we accept what is at worst is, we then allow for the future to be better. So if you are those people who are like, no, I'm going to reject my truth or I'm going to reject my reality, then that is going to be acting to your detriment. Okay, so go with the flow, go a little bit easy and allow the things that life wants to place in your path to come naturally for you. The angels are also telling you that it is time for you to head in a new direction, to go on an adventure of life. Okay, so if you are being directed to go on a journey of some kind, on a spiritual journey, a mental journey, please make sure you proceed on that journey. And for others, if you feel like life is taking you in a direction which is taking you to change your career or a relationship at that, don't be afraid to do that, because it's like life is telling you enough already. Enough of the same repetitive patterns that are happening in life. Be open to adventures. Yeah, be prepared for it every step of the way, because what life is telling you, you need new people in your life. You need new friends, you need new people that you can call family. So go on that journey. Okay, of course that journey sometimes requires you to have courage, because you're stepping into the unknown, right? But remember this, every step you take, you will get help from the divine, from the spirit realm is also coming through. But you need newness in your life. That's what the angels are telling you. Now, for you, pile 1, you are a bit of idealist by nature. It's like with everything you need perfection, and it's absolutely okay. It's perfectionists who do things really well, but sometimes it's like the need for perfection goes to a T, and then the angels are reminding you, you are on earth. Earth is a place where every person is meant to make mistakes. So if you have a tendency to judge a person harshly basis on, okay, they're not doing things as good as you do, be a little bit easy on them. See, of course, you are perfectionist because you're created that way. And of course, for a couple of you, if you expect your life to be wondrous at all point of time, you have to create that life. First in your mind by allowing beauty to come into your life, and then retaining that sense of wonder. Okay, because on earth you're going to be getting earthly experiences, and if you want to carry heaven on earth here, then create it by yourself, is what the angels are telling you. Now, one more thing, interestingly, if you people have sort of, forgotten what it's like to believe in magic, believing that, okay, a magic wand can just wave its wonders and beauty can come into your life. It's time you believe in it. See, what happens is you tend to have like so much realism in your mind that little space for that magic is missing, and the angels are bringing that magic into your life. Yeah. So look at the wonders of nature. It is almost magic, isn't it? See, there are trees around you, huge trees, like nobody is watering it every day, but they are still managing to thrive every single day, right? Isn't it magic in some sort? The sun comes out every day, the moon comes out every day. It's magic. Like, really witness that magic in your life, because magic is all around us. So start believing in it once again, is what the angels are telling you. See, it's important for you to let go of that solid grip that you have on your life, your solid grip on reality, and go into the realm of wonders a little bit, okay? Go with the flow, be easy with life, okay? That ease is something that is absolutely important, and for that you have to step out in nature. Like, even if you are at home, of course, with quarantine situations still happening in different parts of the world, just stand in the window and look around you. You can see magic and you can see wonders everywhere, because you need to get into that connection with the wonders. Yeah. And get inspiration from that wonders is also something that's coming through. Okay. At this point of view, you need to have that natural movement in your life. Go with the flow. Okay. Don't try to force anything. And if there is something that you want and you're like, okay, this is not very realistic, how can I even ask this? It's not going to happen. Just ask, okay? For the divine, nothing is like, oh, this is difficult and it's easy. It's for the divine simple as waving like a magic wand. Yeah. And of course, we have divine helpers in our life at all points of time who are more than available to help you. So what do you want help with? Do you want help with a career? Do you want help with your relationships? Help with money? Or help with just believing in life once again? Whatever you need help with, ask for that help. Yeah. And of course, if you want me to pray for you, I'll be more than happy to pray for you. Okay. So this is like, listen, my belief is with you. So you better start believing. Okay. So of course, you can leave me in a comment whatever it is that you want me to pray for you. I'll be more than happy to do that. Yeah. Start believing and start asking for help. Yeah. That's coming through. Now, what is happening, once again, the message is like really same. It's like, you are sort of stuck in the present. Yeah. See, being mindful is great. That is absolutely amazing about being mindful. But when it is like stopping you from thinking about your desires, then that is very disastrous in itself. Okay. So be mindful, live a full life in the present moment, but dream of the future. Dream of the future, ask for a beautiful future, and have plans for the future. Okay? And of course, work in the present moment. Nobody is telling you to do anything else in the present moment. But believe in that divine alchemy, that the divine can create wonders in your life. Okay? You're taking the entire pressure on yourself when that is actually not how life works. Yeah? And remember this, okay? If there is something that you believe in, that, okay, this is right, this is what I want, don't back down from it. If you have dreams, have the courage to follow through with your dreams. Because, see, the reality is that only people who believed in their dreams, who believed in great things, things that are like not really visible, can actually happen. So don't back down. And if somebody's opinion is different from yours, it's okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinions, but so are you. So stand up for what you believe in spite of the fact that sometimes you may be opposed, and sometimes the belief of other people can be different from you. We are all created differently. And see, once again, move. See, you need to like go out and move, like physically move from one place to another, especially if you are in sitting jobs or work in corporate jobs, or you are at home at all point of time. Move. Okay, just get into some kind of an exercise routine again that will make you more positive. And if you like go out and enroll for like an exercise routine, that will help you make more friends. Okay, and that itself can be an adventure. making new friends, getting into fitness routine. Try that. Or if you just visit like a local park, you can make friends, like especially if you like live in a community that is safe, of course, that's important. But just go to a community garden, like join a yoga workshop, or join like a Reiki workshop, or do something like that, fitness routine workshop, and move. That's important. Yeah. And the most important thing that the angels are telling you, pile one, is if you want happiness, if you want to be happy in this lifetime, you have to have a commitment towards happiness. And what does commitment to happiness mean? Not repetitively thinking this is wrong, this is wrong, this was wrong, and all of that. It's gone. It's like water under the bridge. It's gone. Now you have to create happiness in your present moment. And of course, by being happy in the present, committing to a beautiful and happy tomorrow. So commit to your happiness, commit to your dreams, and commit to a beautiful future that is awaiting you every single moment. Remember, the divine is supremely powerful. A wave of a wand and magic can happen. Believe in magic. That's what I'm going to be leaving you with. I will see you, my beautiful pile ones, in my next video. Bye. Hello, and if you've picked pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive from your angels. And I'm always very excited to read for you, pile 2. It's like there's something about you guys, Okay, now first of all, pile 2. The angels are telling you everything is just right in the world. And you are exactly where you're supposed to be. So if wherever you are right now, you're like struggling a bit or asking yourself, oh, why am I not in a different place, or why is my life not different? It's because the divine intends you to experience what you're experiencing right now. Remember, life is meant to teach you something. So your circumstances right now are trying to teach you a lesson. The minute you master that lesson, the minute you will be out of that circumstances. Make no mistakes, because the divine doesn't make any mistakes. Remember, all is happening, and in your present situation, there is going to be a blessing that is coming out. So be ready for that blessing, okay? Focus on the blessing instead of, being like, oh, why am I in these circumstances, or why am I placed here? Now, the one thing that is important for you is to be detached to the outcome of events. See, when it comes to our life, when it comes to everything we do, we expect for a return. We expect that this will become this way. But instead, if you look at everything as like, okay, I'm going to give my best here, and I'm just going to see what the outcome is going to be. That will be a better outcome, because what will happen is, you will stop troubling yourself in the mind, because everything that happens in our life happens in our mind, and it happens because of a certain level of attachment that we have towards something. Attachment towards people, attachment towards our career, attachment towards money. It's all related to our attachment towards the material world, isn't it? So when you detach and just become a witness to everything in your life, see, life and your view of life will change magically. Try it, okay? That's something the angels are telling you. See, at this point of time, you always have to remember that you have to become like a vessel. Experiences come, experiences go. You are just the witness. When you become this, when you program your mind to become a witness, then you will see life becomes dramatically different. See, human being, we keep thinking, but that thoughts are not us. We are always the witness. So at this point of time, if you just choose to witness your life, just silence your mind at witness, you will start realizing that even the thoughts are coming repetitively, and it is not you that is creating it. It's like a continuous stream of thoughts that is just happening. Yeah, so you just have to be a witness right now, and whatever is coming, receive it. And of course, if you are those kind of people who have a problem in receiving help, even receiving love sometimes, then that's something you need to work towards. But just become like a divine vessel, and things will be better. In fact, at this point of time, what is essential for you is to spend a little bit time on your own, to maybe get to know yourself a little bit better, to get to know what you're doing in your life, certain behavioral patterns that you're having, and certain thought patterns that you're having. Because unless you spend time with yourself, those realization doesn't come. And by spending time alone, I mean not doing anything, in a restful state, in a meditative state. Okay, that's what's coming through. Because in all the noise of like telephone calls, in all the noise of a relationship, ourselves we sort of drown out. And that's something that needs to change. Okay, so spending time in solitude is very important. Now, along with that, the reason why on another level solitude is important for you is because you have to like answer a calling. But the call for that calling is not coming to you because you're like spending too much time, connected with the world. So spend a little time in isolation and you will realize what your true calling is. Like sometimes for a couple of you, the true calling will also be like a life purpose. Okay, this is what I really want to do. Yeah, because of which you need to spend a little time, but clearly you have to answer some kind of calling. And remember this, okay, if there is somebody out here who is worried about their material life, please don't. Because infinite abundance is meant to be yours. And in fact, I won't be surprised if it is already pouring into your life. I see this as abundance of love as well, abundance of support as well. Yeah, because abundance is not just in the material form. That will also pour into your life. And remember, whatever you do in your life, okay, whichever career you go in, you will be successful. So just follow your heart. That's what's coming through. Now, no wonder. This is like, it's like the angels are telling you, can you just quit your obsessive thoughts already? Like maybe scarcity oriented thoughts, fear oriented thoughts, attachment related thoughts. Once again, the hungry ghosts. It's like in our mind, they're like, oh, this is not going to be enough. I'm not going to be enough. I'm not going to be worthy enough. That has to stop. And for that, once again, solitude is the answer. For everything for you, in fact, the angels are telling you, you will get the answer when you spend time with yourself. Yeah, that's what's coming through. And once again, because you have certain thoughts about you not being worthy or not being good enough, just take a look at your life. You've already done so much. And you guys are wise souls wherever you are, because I've been reading your cards for way too long to know that you're anything other than that. So celebrate everything you are. Even little milestone, you achieve, celebrate it. Like treat yourself to like a chocolate or a cup of tea or something. Just with yourself and pat yourself on the back and tell yourself that you've done a good job, a more than fabulous job to reaching here. Yeah, because you've stood up every single day, right? In spite of the fact that you've faced setbacks, you've moved through life. That is something worthy of being, really, really proud of. I am proud of you. I don't know why you aren't. Now, remember this. The reason why you're supposed to be like really taking care of yourself, spending time and resolving certain issues is because you're supposed to be leading by example. If somebody is supposed to be following your life to the T, to the very detail, would you have them following that you're not proud of yourself? Would you have them following that, oh, I feel like, things are not going to be enough? So that is how you're supposed to be living your life. Like think that, there are 100 people who are following your example. And act that way. You will naturally act very different. Yeah. And then it's important for you to walk your talk also. Yeah. See, I can sit here all day, every day telling you like, do this, do that, do this, do that. But I'm not working on myself one iota. Then I'm like the fakest person in the room, right? So that's the way it is for all of us. We have to walk our talk. And to hold ourselves accountable for that every single day. That's something you have to do because clearly you're meant to be a leader, not a follower in anything you do. And interestingly, the angels are also telling you that the minute you realize yourself, the minute you find yourself and you work on yourself, your household situation will also develop. See, what happens is, a person who's like a little bit more evolved, their vibration change and their vibration consciously or unconsciously affects the people around them, and they like start making changes in their life or they try to become better. See, we always get people who are mirrors of ourselves. So if you are a better version, clearly the other person will try to become a better version or they just move out of your life. It can just work that way. It is how the divine works. Yeah. So once again, as you better your situation, you will have a healthy change happening in your family and in people who stay with you, because I know not everybody stays with family. And remember, yes, In spite of everything, you have to be your authentic self, even if you're different from other people. We are anyway created to be different, If we were meant to be the same people, we would look alike. We would all have the same skin colors. We would all have like the same careers. We would be identical, to each and every person on planet Earth. But what's the fun in that? Even God would be bored if, that is something we had to do. So be authentic, be the person who God created you to be, and God created you to be you, not somebody else. So if you're looking at somebody's life and you're like, oh, I want to be like them, God is going to be disappointed with you, let me tell you, because God created you with a purpose. God created you with a plan. And your job is to be true and be the best version of you and not the second best version of somebody else. Yeah, please make sure you remember that. And the most important lesson for you is Pile 2, you're always healers. Conscious healers, you may be doctors, you can be psychiatrists, you can be energy healers. But even if you are in normal professions, you're still healers. You make other person feel better, you're a healer in my dictionary. But sometimes the healer is the one that requires healing. Yeah? So you are the person at this point of time who needs healing, because of which God is telling you, your angels are telling you, spend time alone. Heal yourself, give yourself rest, give yourself rejuvenation, so that once again when your own cup is full, you will be able to serve the world like you're born to do. But please heal yourself. And I'm not just saying this by healing yourself with, pranic healing or Reiki healing. No. Healing is divine healing, which can only happen when you rest and in prayer, through meditation and just saying a thank you prayer, to connecting to that divinity at large who will give you the healing. See, in the end, true healing comes from God. So make your connection with your God so strong that whenever you need healing, you can just call out to Him and He heals you. Any other form of healing is, of course, a healing of a secondary degree. True healing comes from the divine. You need to develop your connection with that power, because that is, my dear Paldus, the healing that you need. Overall, these are the messages that I'm going to be leaving you with, and I leave you with nothing but my prayers for a beautiful life for each and every one of you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive from your angels. Now, for you, pile 3, the angels are basically telling you that you need to review your life. You need to be a witness to your own story. Yeah? Like how far you've come, what you've done, how you've done it, and is there something that you can correct? And the only reason why, angels want you to do that is for you to become a better human being every single day. Yeah? That is the only purpose behind a life review for you. To learn what you did wrong and to be a better human being every single day. That's it. If we can just be good human beings, that's enough already. Yeah? And another reason for this review is that, if you're holding on to some resentments, if you're holding on to something that is making you like this bird, trapped in the hand of another, almost like a puppet in the hand of another, so that you can release yourself. See, resentments are like, holding hot coal. They just burn you. They don't burn anybody else. So free yourself from that burning. We all burn with it sometime in our life or other. Somebody always does something that we cannot forgive. But forgive for your own sake and not for anybody else. And don't wait for that sorry, because sorries don't come. And even when they come, sometimes it's too late, no? So just release yourself, okay? Surrender to God. That's the only important thing. And the reason why you're supposed to be doing this is because you're supposed to be creating a new future for yourself. It's almost like life is pushing you in a new direction. Life is telling you, can you stop with your past already? I've heard this story multiple times. I've witnessed it with you. That's what life is telling you at this point. So instead of focusing on your past 100 times, change your focus to today and your tomorrow. Plan today for your tomorrow. Yeah? That's where your focus should be. Okay? Tomorrow, firmly on tomorrow, and a beautiful, beautiful tomorrow. while living in the present. Now, see, interestingly, there is also going to be multiple new beginnings in your life. Okay, once again, this could be in the form of a child, maybe your child, or a child coming into your life, maybe to a family member. I know I am blessed because I am going to be an aunt very soon, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. So maybe that's something that can happen for you too. Yeah, but once again, for some of you, this could be the beginning of a new idea, implementing a new idea, or trying to live your life in an entirely new way, a way that you've never lived in before. Yeah, that's also coming through. But clearly, life is pushing you out of your past. And remember this, whatever you have been doing in your life, okay, so far, and whatever is going to be in the future is going to be dramatically different. Like life is shifting for you like 360-degree. And the mission of your life from present to your far future is going to be something that you've been training for lifetimes towards it. For some of you, this could be like something dramatically different from what you're doing currently. A career shift is also likely for a couple of you, but it's coming, and it's meant to be, is what is coming through. And once more, the reason why the universe is pushing you in a new direction is because it wants you to live a full life. It wants you to live a different life, and a blessed life at that. And especially for my friends who are going through some kind of Saturn energy, maybe the Saturn phase comes to an end and your life changes dramatically. That could also happen. Yeah. But also, what is going to happen is, your thinking is going to be changing. Your personality is also going to be changing a great deal. So it's like a lifestyle shift entirely. And people are going to be surprised and almost like marvel, like, how did this person even become this? Okay, that kind of shift is what I'm seeing here. So prepare for great things for yourself. But for that, what is important is to give up certain thought patterns. What happens is, you try to move away from your past, but it's like a loop. It keeps pulling you back and you keep going back. That is the bad thing, So it's like then you're stuck in a loop and that loop continues. So get out of that loop is what the angels are telling you. The minute you consciously decide that the loop is not for you, that's it. See, every single time you get a thought of the past, just tell yourselves to stop and try doing something different. Breathing, even if you realize the moment like, okay, I'm like going in that direction, just deep breathe, bring your focus on breathing, and that will sort of then become a mental habit for you, and then the pattern will stop. But that pattern needs to stop somewhere. Otherwise, what will happen, you will become like a different person entirely. You live a glorious life, but some pain will live on for you, and don't let that happen. That's like the worst thing. Like everything is going good and in your heart you carry pain and resentment. Just leave it at that. Yeah, yes, okay, yes, this is what I was telling you. Just breathe. What you can do, especially around the full moon this time, just sit consciously and tune into the beautiful energy of the moon. And if you have like a balcony or outdoors, just look at the beautiful moon, breathe in, breathe out, and just say it. I'm releasing all resentments. And ask God to help you to do it. Ask your angels to help you to do it. And then once again, get into that breathing practice. The minute you think about the past, you just breathe. And you'll be out of it. Yeah, I'll pray you do. I'll totally pray you do. Yeah. See, why this is supposed to be happening is because, your heart is supposed to be awakening to a greater form of love, to almost like a divine kind of love, where your heart is capable of having love, unconditional, and for humanity at large. Of course, for your family too, that is definitely there for humanity at large. But that is like stopping right now, because like the resentments are holding on. See, when white is a color, like the moment you add any other shade in white, the white is tainted. Yeah. So when you have black in that, like how can white even show up? It can best be gray, right? So that is what is happening for you. So your heart needs to be awakened. So accept that people did certain things to you, accept that things did not work for you, and just ask the divine to help you let go. And to become a balanced human being once again, a human being that is capable of, being gracious and kind and forgiving. Yeah. So replace your heart's situation with divine love so that your heart radiates, your heart awakens, and you're able to give only divine love to everybody who comes in your pathway. Okay. Now let me tell you this, and in fact let me ask you this, pile 3. Like constantly this message is always there for you. Whether I read this as like a destiny reading, your future life reading, working with children, guiding children is like a part of your life purpose. Yeah, maybe you are people who like just adore kids like I do, or maybe you are somebody who's already been a teacher or who intends to work with kids in the future, or who's like very attached to like orphan kids or kids with special needs. But either way, kids are really a part of your life, and maybe the divine love that is meant to come up is for the kids, your kids, kids of people around you, kids of the world is what I'm getting here. So please let go of resentments. The world needs you, children need you, and children are like the purest energy ever. So do you know the kind of responsibility the divine is placing on your shoulders? I believe children are like the best manifestation of God's love on planet Earth. And God is entrusting them to you. Like, do you know how blessed you are? I'm like repeating myself, but please realize it. So for them, for the world, for the greater good, let go of it. And let your heart filled be with this amazing kind of love. Amazing. Yeah? Because in doing that, and in just living this love-filled life, that you will get marvelous success. Yeah? And if there's somebody out here who's still not sure about the kind of career they want to get into, working with kids. Simple as that. That is one part of a life purpose for sure. Yeah. So maybe getting into teaching, getting into psychiatry, healing kids, counseling kids, or spending time at orphanages. Whichever way you choose to do this, that is your life purpose. You cannot move away from it. It's like your destiny placed by your divine. That's something you're moving towards. You're moving towards your destiny. Yeah. And mostly and most importantly, what is most important is you be grateful for everything that has happened in your life. Because without your experiences, without people being unkind to you, without life treating you unfairly, you would not be this person. You would not be the person that like God would, give into your care like children. Yeah, God chooses very few people for that job, and you are one of them. So be grateful for your experiences. In fact, you have to be grateful for people who hurt you. They got you closer to your spiritual purpose. They got you closer to God. It's difficult. Definitely it is. But just be grateful for everything. Remember this, I've always told you, pile 3, this is your last birth. Use it beautifully and let go of resentment. See, if you carry on that resentment, you will have to come back for another life. And honestly, who wants to come back to life, right? We would rather be one with the divine. So be grateful, let go of that resentment, free yourself, and cater to children. Remember this, for this particular stuff to happen to you, for this job, for this purpose, you've been training for lifetimes. Make it worthwhile. That is what I'm going to be leaving you with. I'll see you in my next one. Beautiful pile 3s. Bye.